Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a piece of technology that is absolutely fundamental to the internet. It's something you use literally every second you're online, but you might not even know what it is. We're talking about the server.
So let's just start with a really basic question. When you open up an app or you type in a web address, how does all that stuff, the text, the pictures, the videos, how does it get from out there on the internet right onto your screen? I mean, where does it all actually live?
Well, the answer, the secret to all of it, is a server. And probably the easiest way to wrap your head around it is to think of a server like a super helpful hotel receptionist. You walk up and ask for your room key. That's your request. And the receptionist immediately finds it and hands it over. That's the whole idea right there. You ask for something, it provides it.
Okay, so what is a server, technically speaking? At its core, it's just a really powerful computer. But unlike your laptop or your desktop, its entire job, its whole reason for existing, is to provide things. It serves up data, resources, or services to other computers, which we call clients. And yep, that means your phone, your PC, anytime they're asking for something online, they're being a client.
Now that we've got the basic idea down, let's zoom in on the one core job that every single server performs. I like to call it the request and response dance. It's happening constantly, all over the world. It's this simple four-step cycle that powers basically everything you do online. First, your device, the client, sends out a request. Second, a server somewhere out there receives it. Third, that server figures out what you want and processes the request. And finally, step 4, it sends back a response. Request, receive, process, response. That is the fundamental loop of the entire internet. Let's make this super real for a second. You open up Instagram. Right away, your phone sends a request that basically says, hey, show me the latest photos from my feed. Instagram servers get that request, they grab all the right photos, and then, boom, they send them back to your phone as the response. And it's not just once. Every single scroll, every like you give, that's another turn in this digital dance. Here's another way to think of it, if that helps. Imagine you're at a restaurant. You, the client, you place an order with the waiter. That's your request. The kitchen, which is acting as our server here, gets the order and prepares your meal. And that delicious plate of food that arrives at your table? That's the response. It's the exact same principle, just with the data instead of dinner. Okay, so you might be thinking, if a server is just a computer, why can't I run a massive website from my laptop at home? Well, you can't, because servers have a few key superpowers that really set them apart. Let's break down what makes them so different. First off, uptime. A server is designed to be on, working 24/7. It never sleeps, because the internet never sleeps. Your PC, not so much. Second, scale. A server is built to handle requests from thousands, sometimes millions of people, all at the same time. Your computer is really just built for one user, you. And finally, the hardware. Servers are absolutely packed with powerful, specialized parts. We're talking way more processing power, tons of memory, and super fast storage, all designed to handle that constant, massive workload. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Not all servers do the same thing. Just saying server is kind of like just saying doctor. In reality, you're not dealing with one general practitioner. You're dealing with a whole team of highly trained specialists, and each one has a very specific job to do. Let's meet the team, shall we? You've got your web servers. Their one and only job is to serve you websites. Then there are database servers. Think of them as the ultimate librarians, storing and retrieving huge amounts of data in a blink. Application servers are the ones running all the complicated code behind the scenes that makes an app actually work. File servers, they're running stuff like your Google Drive or Dropbox. And of course, mail servers handle all our email. Each one is a specialist, and they all have to work together perfectly. So, after all that, what's the perfect way to sum it all up? If you need a single, polished definition that captures the whole picture, here it is. So, to put it all together, a server is a system that responds to client requests and pretty much forms the backbone of every app you use. It's this always-on, multi-user powerhouse that stores, processes, and delivers the entire digital world right to our fingertips. But look, if you only remember one thing from all this, let it be this simple idea. A server is just a strong computer that provides data when you ask for it. That's it. They are the invisible, tireless workhorses of the internet. So the next time you refresh a web page or open an app, just think about that incredible dance that's happening in a fraction of a second. It really makes you wonder, right? What else is working so hard behind the scenes that we just completely take for granted?